Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach. This is my review of Superman. I'm looking at the theater right now. I'm right here in the parking lot. Just got out of the movie. And that was an experience. I'm not going to be like those dopey shills. It's like, bro, you gotta see it. But I was like, it's very interesting because most of the movie was a battle in my head of, do I love this movie or hate it? Because James Gunn, everyone knows his style. This was like, I don't know, man. It's like he figured out how to like be more of a James Gunn. So I don't want to get too much into meta or culture war or any of that type of stuff. In fact, throughout this movie, since I review movies also, I actually kept thinking, I don't want to review things anymore because I just want to watch them or read them or play them. Because if you're watching something, especially if it's difficult and very original, like I'm literally writing and rewriting the review while watching it, which gets kind of exhausting. So Superman is, very hard to describe. I wasn't sure if the audience liked it until it ended and people were in the lobby saying, that's the best movie I ever saw. I want to go see it again right away. The audience was quiet for very long stretches of the movie. And then it's got kind of a weird balance because I think at the beginning, it's almost more of like a regular superhero movie, and it becomes more and more of a James Gunn movie. Until the end, it's just 100% James Gunn. And so that's kind of strange because there's very few movies that are filmed in chronological order, and he is essentially his own boss. So I'm not sure why the beginning is almost like a regular Superman movie, and then at the end it's Guardians of the Superman Galaxy, which weirdly enough, even though I don't love that franchise, the more of a James Gunn movie it became, the more I liked it. So this is not a standalone. It's connected to some things like Peacemaker, but basically I went with a normie friend who enjoyed it, and I told them, to their relief, this isn't one of those movies where you got to watch 4 other movies and 3 streaming shows. Like, pretty much, this is a fresh start. And so, that was the right thing to say. It was a different experience for me. Because there's the whole culture war, there's the meta thing, all the business. But, I will say, David Cornsweet, excellent Superman. It kind of reminded me of the Batman from a few years ago. He's not Clark very much in this movie. He's Superman for most of it. I thought he was excellent as Superman. I liked the suit, which I originally hated when I saw it. Crypto, I really liked the Fortress of Solitude. The rumors that this was like a really silly movie and then they took all the humor out. No, it's very much of a James Gunn movie. And like I said, the best parts to me were the parts where it became more of a James Gunn movie. So it also reminded me of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, in that it's not really like a traditional movie with 3 acts. It's more like on a Saturday, you just read like 8 issues of a comic book, and there's threads that run through it. What's his name? Nicholas Hoult. I did not think he was a good Luthor at all. The only thing that was really interesting to me is I saw it's like a preview event, Amazon Prime preview event, something like that. It's the full movie. But at the beginning, they had the bit where, they have all the leads, and they're like, thanks for watching the movie. I didn't realize that Nicholas Hoult was like as tall as Superman. Also, Jimmy Olsen is balding. Like very thin hair and balding, but uneven. Now, I know uneven can be an insult, and typically is. I think it's more of a neutral. This is a very uneven movie. And there is evidence of some pretty serious editing in that some characters, you'll be like, did I fall asleep? Like, were they, like, at one point, the crew of the Daily Planet's like, let's go, you, and you. It's like, I think these two characters had like 3 lines in the first hour of the movie. And now they're in on the adventure. I feel like there was a lot of their stuff that was cut out. But, I was about to say, like, good movie. I don't think this isn't like, I don't know, how would I say it? Is it a good movie? Is it a bad movie? I watched it. I was very into it. Sometimes I found it very frustrating. But overall, especially, you want to hit those points of Superman is a good guy and he makes you want to be a good guy or a better guy. They did that. This was definitely more of a comic book Superman in a comic book world. Oh, by the way, the normie audience I saw it with fucking loved Guy Gardner. I know that I don't think there's any kind of thing that's just focusing on Guy Gardner in the DCU cinematic universe, but I'm telling you, from the reaction right there, this crowd of normies, they want a Guy Gardner movie. Mr. Terrific was pretty damn good as well. Hawkgirl was like nothing. Engineer was like nothing. Very interesting, fun. That was probably the most interesting part. Even when I didn't like it, or I was annoyed with it, or frustrated with it, I was still having fun. Like I said, it's a Superman movie. He's Superman for 80%. Gee, I think maybe more. Like, he's barely Clark Kent at all. Yeah, maybe 20% of the movie, he's Clark. The rest of it, he's Superman. One thing I did notice, again, like I said, that first half, I was just like, oh, boy. I am not enjoying this. And then there's at one point where they start going to this pocket dimension, and there was like, I don't know, like the soundtrack got really cool. And I was just like, okay, I'm kind of frustrated, but kind of vibing with the soundtrack. It's just like this rock medley or something like that. Electric guitar. And yeah, very, very... One of the things I kept saying to myself is this is the type of movie someone would make if they were their own boss. Where it's just like... And all the rumors were true. Yes, there's infinite monkeys typing tweets against Superman. That's not even 1% of the movie, but there's a callback later that everybody loved. Metamorpho was cool. Yeah, I liked him. Guy Gardner, though. I thought it was just kind of, okay, Nathan Fillion, okay, blah, blah. He was freaking... And it really captured the essence of Guy Gardner in that he's an asshole and a hero at the same time. The reveal with Ultraman, I was hoping it was going to be Henry Cavill. That would have been cool. But no, it was just David Corenswet again. The Kents, they didn't do really that much with it. What else? I liked Mr. Terrific's ship for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, it's this movie is so hard to review that I don't want to review movies anymore. I just want to watch them because I feel like if I just go watch it again, and I also think this is one of those movies where the people who liked it the first time are going to hate it later on, and vice versa. Mine was split right down the middle. The first half of this movie, I was not having fun. I didn't like it, and it bothered me. And then something amazing happened. It just kind of... I can't ever remember a movie that stuck the landing and finished this strong from a really wobbly first half. So, Were there spoilers in this? Yeah, there are spoilers. This is definitely a recommend. I saw it in 2D IMAX, which I guess, isn't that just IMAX? You don't have to say things aren't 3D. Like, people get it. If you don't get handed glasses, and if it isn't $10 more, like, just say IMAX. 2D IMAX sounds weird. Or does that mean they didn't use the IMAX cameras and it's just projected onto a large curved screen? Oh, by the way, this is a large IMAX theater here. It was packed. I have never seen that many people in it, ever. But this is just a one-night event, and then a couple days from now, it just will open wide. How will it do box office? I don't give a fuck. I don't work for the studio. I'm not an accountant. Like I said, there seemed to be it was very quiet the first hour. And then there's my favorite scene was, it's Superman and Lois in their apartment? One of their apartments. They live together, right? There's a space jellyfish outside, and the Justice Gang are fighting it, and that was the part where I actually started to like the movie, and that's like the middle, close to the middle. But go check it out. You might love it or hate it at the same time. I basically hated the first half, loved the second half. Very happy now. Like, exiting the theater, I really love David Cornsweet. Guy Gardner was excellent. Mr. Terrific was almost as good. Lois Lane, Jimmy was actually really good. But again, like, he gets good like 3/5 of the way into the movie. All of a sudden, he's cool. The bit about him is he's like a player. I don't know. It's fine. It's entertaining. Yeah, go check it out. You'll either love it and then hate it, or hate it and then love it, or love it and hate it. There's going to be some strong emotions from this movie. Anyway, thanks for watching.